Going on, Governors? Chisgule here, and today we're gonna smash a barbarian keep. We're going to enjoy the pain of the Garden of Infinity, also known as EVIL Candyland, and of course, we're gonna answer your questions about commanders. We're gonna be hawking the chat, looking for what you all want to talk about. I know that in my last few live streams, I've been so focused on warring that I've not really been able to hang out in the chat as much as I would like. So this live stream is going to be more about hanging out with you all, answering your questions, smashing this keep, which opens up in just 9 minutes. This should be a good time. If you like Rise of Kingdoms guides that help you get value and smash your enemies, consider smashing the subscribe button for daily Rise of Kingdoms videos with tips, tricks, and guides to help you get that sweet value. We are also a sponsored creator for Rise of Kingdoms. So, my friends, let's take our eyes to the chat, see what you all are talking about. Smash the like button, fam, says Rich. TTL says I'm 100% free to play, almost City Hall 21. Should I max everything in my city before I upgrade to T4? No. Definitely focus on power leveling your city hall. Focus on unlocking those T4. You can almost ignore other stuff. Don't try to level up everything evenly. Hello, members of the channel. I see The Mood and David M. And yes, also Ryu, good to see you. Moderator on Discord as well as on my channel. Much appreciated. Really appreciate your support with everything. Link is in the description if you did want to join our Discord server. We've got almost 12,000 people that are interested in Rise of Kingdoms that chat about the game. So that's a really good place to go if we don't get to your question today. I get kind of a non-trivial amount of messages that are like direct messages to me with questions, and like, man, if we answer those in a public place, then everybody gets to benefit, you know? What do you think about Scipio and Joan? I think Scipio and Joan is pretty solid. The reason that it's good is that it's very tanky and you can survive for a while with the Joan of Arc buff. The downside is that, look, they don't have a lot of march speed, so if you get focused down, you're probably going to get wrecked, and that's the problem. Do I think they can fight legendary commanders? Not really. I mean, like, they can buff your allies who can fight the legendary commanders, but no, I wouldn't use that to try to take down, you know, like a Minotaur or Saladin or any of that sort of stuff. Hey, Chisgule, someone says something about a daily chance to buy something which gives you Martel hads. Is it real and can I show it to you? Yeah, so there is a daily special offer. And the way this bundle works is that it's going to have a commander in it, and that commander will change based on who you have expertised. So first it's Cao Cao, but when you expertise that commander, it changes to Charles Martel. When you expertise that commander, it changes to El Cid. And after El Cid, I believe it becomes Julius Caesar. After Julius Caesar, I think it's Mehmed and then Freddy. And then it doesn't change anymore. So there is a rotation in that daily bundle if you wanted to be buying it. It's not cheap exactly. I do think the 500 action points, the 100x action point pots are really, really good. Because, you know, when you battle barbarians in Lost Kingdom, as an example, some of these higher level barbs drop 50 gems a pop. So, I mean, like, I don't know, every 100 AP, maybe 150 AP you use, you're getting 50 gems, which is a pretty nice deal, plus the experience, plus the resources you get out of it, all that good stuff. All that good stuff. Is Edward at 5511 good? You know, Edward is a commander that I think most people should skip. I have him. I kind of wish I'd skipped him. I feel like I didn't get much value here with my Edward. Who's the best pairing with Belisarius? Belisarius is really good with a bunch of cavalry commanders. I would make the argument that you could use a little bit of base march speed. He only has march speed when you're out of combat. You could look at universal sort of commanders like Osman or Boudica. I don't like Osman, though, because I think you're really missing the rage engine that Belisarius wants. A classic pair here is Belly with Bybars, because they have a lot of march speed when they leave combat. So that is a pairing I would consider. Is it the best? I mean, you know, if you're killing stuff for Mighty Governor, it's pretty good. It's pretty gosh darn good. How is Artemisia and Tommy in rally defense? I have heard that Artemisia Tommy is very good. I just might even, gosh, I was getting messages here. We were talking about that combo, I think. Oh, no, they used Artemisia Wu. So, you know, I got a bunch of reports from this player, John Wayne, not actually Batman, who was sharing their defense against Attila Takeda using the combo that we recommended in a recent video about countering Attila Takeda. I honestly was a little surprised at the low volume of interest in this video I did, where I was like, here's exactly what you do to counter Attila Takeda. But whatever. Artemisia Wu Zetian is looking really saucy for dealing with a lot of things that come at you when you are captaining a flag. Seems really good. Will there be a More Than Gems event anytime soon? I don't know. I've heard rumor that it's every 2 months or so. So if you look at when the last one was, you might be hunting in like the 2-month time frame as an accurate prediction of when that might be. We are just minutes away from this keep popping. We'll rock the keep. After we rock the keep, it'll be time for that sweet, sweet, terrible, but I love it anyways because I need the materials, Garden of Infinity. You may be wondering, hey, Chisgule, what are you doing with all those materials you've been accumulating anyways, right? Like, I don't know, I've got a fair amount of materials starting to accumulate here, and the answer is I'm not doing anything with these materials. Why? We should be about to get some new commanders released to Rise of Kingdoms. We're almost on our 6th, that's right, 6th cycle of Artemisia, Mighty Governor. That's unprecedented. I have to think that's going to change. If it does change, we're going to be really, really happy that we waited to craft gear, because who knows what type of commander will appear. I've heard rumor that we're getting 2 leadership commanders. I don't know. I would expect it, based on what has happened in the past, to be a cavalry commander. But what will happen? Hard to say. I do not know. The rumor, again, that I've heard is that it's leadership commanders. 1 for rallying, 1 for garrison. 1 will be Mighty Governor, 1 will be Wheel. I do not know. Evil Candyland, says Raven. Indeed. Michael says, I watched that video, but I haven't seen any Artie Tommy. I did have a couple people message me to say Artie Tommy was good. I don't have the reports apparently, but I have heard that it's good. Some folks want to see my blueprint collection. I was so unlucky last time. Oh my god, I was so unlucky last time. It was awful. Let me show you my blueprints here. We've made a silent trial. Very, very happy with that. We do have a Dark Lord's Blessing. Very happy with that as well. Unfortunately, we didn't get the special talent on Golden Age, and that pattern, it's easy to get the chests that drop it, but it's very rare. So we crafted it twice, destroyed it. Anyways, here's what we've got. Gear-wise, there's probably some cleansing we could do, deleting some unused gear here. We do have some patterns that are available to us that have not been made yet. So we could make Milky Way, Sacred Grips, Ash of the Dawn, Shio's Return. We do have a Pendant of the Eternal Night pattern, which comes from these keeps, which we're doing now. We have another lucky coin, and actually we have 1 more of those I'll show you in a minute. Scepter of the Forest Guardians. We got a bunch of stuff here. We did pick up a Heart of the Saint blueprint, which is pretty cool. We do have another completed Dark Lord's Blessing, but we're just waiting for the new commanders to see what they are. We do have some Miset's Sufferance, which is very solid cavalry gear. We do have also 4 Delane's Amulets, so theoretically we could try to get the special talent on that. We have 5 of the Gatekeeper's Shield, which I feel pretty good about. Here's our fragments for what it's worth. We're really close, well, to being halfway done with Ian's Choice. I mean, we've got some work to do here. And it looks like, on the topic of work to do, the fighting has begun. Let's go smash this keep. Here we are, off to the races. We're going to gun it right for these towers. The arrow towers are absolutely savage. If you're doing one of these keeps, you have to take them out first. Their range is pretty meaningful, and so you don't want to get those turrets just raining down, slowing your marches, and killing your marches. That is where you take the majority of your damage here. And I do recognize we're now tanking 2 of these while our allies go and do stuff. I mean, the reality is that somebody had to take the hits, and it may as well be us. So here we go, taking out the last of these before we go in and clean up all the open field barbs here, the keep sentinels. This is a level 34 keep, which is pretty high level. You get these only in Kingdom versus Kingdom. The max level in your home kingdom is 25. So this can go up to, I believe, level 35, which should happen by the end of KVK. It should happen by the end of KVK, but not sooner. As we battle these, clearing the way. Boom. Nice. Okay. So this side is looking clear. We are going to charge in up north. We'll let people know that that's where we're going. I'll say follow me and we'll get this party started right. Charging our way up. And I want to stay like out of arrow tower range until my allies get here. It does look like the man is trying to battle his way in, but I'll tell you, that would be achievable in a lower level keep, but at such a high level keep, I think that's going to be pretty tough. Did I see the rumors of an action point bundle? I did. I heard there will be an action point related bundle that is a one-time purchase. I wouldn't want there to be a lot of ways to purchase action points because I feel like that would advantage pay-to-win players too significantly for a lot of the events that free-to-play players can do well in, such as the honor-related events in Kingdom versus Kingdom. So I think the existence of such a bundle is interesting as long as it's a one-time purchase. I certainly will be buying that. The amount of return you get for action points if you battle high-level barbarians is honestly pretty astonishing. And for the record, we're battling here without a special rune, without, using an army expansion. We figure there's enough of our allies here that this is going to be totally fine. Let's go see if we can help the man make it into this area and at least get a tap on one of the bosses. I don't know. I think they're going to need to send more troops in order to participate here. So we're going to knock this out, and it looks like the arrow tower has been engaged. So we're going to run our way over there and help out as fast as we can to assist the arrow tower. Pleasure was mine says, let's do this. Thank you for being a member of the channel. And the pleasure was mine. I don't know, I just had to say it. All right, we're going to smash this barb. Cruising on through here. How long does KVK last? This format is about 50 days, I believe. I like the shorter duration of Kingdom versus Kingdom. It makes it really tight to actually burn a lot of enemy structures. However, I think that for the people that lose Kingdom versus Kingdom, it really sucks to just have to sit here for a long time and kind of I don't know. It's kind of rubs in the fact that you lost. So I much prefer, quite frankly, if KVK is faster, it ends sooner, and then you get another one. I'm good with that. Okay, let me say that differently. One thing that I think I don't like about the Light versus Darkness format is that it ends so fast. Like the battle for Kingsland took like 8 hours and then the whole thing was over. I don't love this style of kingdom versus kingdom. I wish that that was many days of fighting. And there were more days of fighting. I don't know. It's just the most important battle was like 8 hours and then it was over. Whereas I feel like other KVKs, I mean, we fought for like 6 days. Like legitimately 6 days we were fighting. It was unbelievable. First time you've caught me live. Callum RB, thank you for supporting the stream. Thank you for being here. I do seriously appreciate it. We're hanging out, rocking some barbs, specifically a Barbarian keep. And we just got to keep our eye on this. We're 110 out of 140. Once that countdown gets a good bit closer, and it looks like our allies are converging on that arrow tower, so I'll stay where I am. Once that gets a good bit closer to 140, the boss is going to spawn in. So we're really going to want to be positioned next to that keep so that we can be near the boss. You need to do 1% of damage to the boss in order to get loot. So it is very important that you have enough punch remaining to do that 1% of damage to the boss. Otherwise, you're not going to get loot. And I mean, that kind of sucks. You could pick up the drops on the ground, but once every 3 days, you can also get loot just for killing the boss, which means pretty much every 3 days, you should try to battle the boss. All right, we're going to finish off this last barb, and I am going to send a march over here just so I don't accidentally miss it. Winksy Rock, thank you for the $2 super chat. Full Archer's Max Tree or Archer's Skill. I think you definitely want some amount of the skill tree. You're going to want some amount of the skill tree because you really are going to want Rejuvenate no matter how you slice it. With that said, should you be max archers or max skill? I don't know, that kind of depends. I personally am max archer tree on both Esong and on my Edward, and I find that that works very well. So that probably is a solid pick, and we're just going to move our marches in here. We're going to have to watch this pretty closely. We'll help out with this patrol right over here. That's going to give us 3 more points toward completion of this, and then we'll be only 3 points away. So to just very briefly flash my build on the screen before I have to go back and kind of, you know, watch closely here so I don't miss the boss. This is a build that I've really enjoyed. The reason you would go with the max skill tree is if you have a commander that benefits disproportionately from generating rage. So a commander where that's very much the case, although they're, you know, a cavalry commander, would be like Khan. But for most archers, I feel like the archer tree is a better pick. So how do we do this? We need to leave a couple marches here, and I'm going to leave most of my marches here. And I'll support this being taken out, and hopefully, okay, good. Zeo Trucks does have another march nearby, so we'll help them take out this, although that's still not going to tip it over. We are going to need 1 more to get the job done, and it looks like Foxman might try to knock that out. Hopefully Foxman is also good, positioned over here, so that will be fine. It does look like we have 1 more patrol over here as well, so one of these is going to tip this over. We're going to watch the chat just a smidge less here as this is about to flip. We got to get ready to really hit the boss quickly here. So we're going to bring this back, and we did get a special boss. Amazing. Amazing. We're going to have these hit different targets. Let's see. You go here. The majority of our forces are hitting this. I'll make sure that that's what they're hitting by selecting my Guan. There we go. We should, hopefully, there we go, get a lot of goodies on the ground here. I don't know what I'm going to try to grab, if anything. Now we should hit the main boss. I want to do that with everyone except my Tsao, who's apparently grabbing some loot. Very nice. Personally, I've got my completed Pendant of the Eternal Night. I hope that some T5 player that is actually going to craft it goes and picks those up. I personally am not going to because, again, I have 1 pattern, and the 1 pattern is really more than enough for me. That's more than enough for me. What would I want in this loot? I don't know. I'm in a pretty good place. I feel like Dark Lord's Blessing would be a pretty sweet pickup. Do I have a KVK trial video? I don't know what you mean by trial, but we definitely have a lot of KVK videos. Here we go, baby. This boss is about to go down. And there is a lot of legendary loot that dropped here, which is pretty sweet for whoever needs it. There we go. More loot hitting the ground. Do I want anything? I don't even know. What's this? Sure, we'll grab some stuff. We'll let other people grab some stuff too. I've got some marches parked, and I'll make sure that they do some fighting. Make sure that these barbs get taken out. All right, now, why did we do the barb keep? First of all, you can see here there's a debuff. You can only do this every 2 days and 20 hours. When we completed that, first of all, boom, here are some rewards. We got a random epic chest, which is really good. Epic material crate is totally worth. And in addition, when that special boss hit, boom, we got another one. So that is half of a legendary, all right, for just showing up. Half of a legendary for just showing up, which seems pretty good to me, you know? Seems pretty good to me. How do I get more resources? God will, check out my playlist on gathering resources. That's exactly what you're looking for. That'll have the answer for you for sure. Okay, so if I go in, you can see I've now got the 2 epic equipment material crates that I didn't have before. I can open those up. We got 2 feathers. I'll take 2 feathers. I don't know what I'm using them for yet, but I'll happily snag those. Also, we've got 10 of these Lucerne chests. I say we open these up, you know? I say we open these up and see what's inside. Let's just rip those open. Bada boom. 2 gold keys, 3 wood tokens. I mean, all right. Not much here. Not much. Wingsy Rock, thank you for the $2 super chat saying, thanks, just don't forget to flash the mega mug. This is a mega mug. This, if you can believe it, was my high school graduation mug. And at one point, it had the names of everyone that was in my high school on the mug. And obviously, that is all faded away. All right, so did we get a drop here? We did get 1 fragment of Dark Lords. That's cool. That's super cool. I'll take that. Legacy 89, is Saladin the best commander in the game? I don't think so. I would say that Alexander the Great is a better contender for being the best commander in the game. Who else might I advocate for as we just pick up some loot here? I guess we could go snag this if no one else is. Cool. I think we're grabbing it. Hard to say. I don't know. We don't need most of this other stuff, so we can help kill this thing with our remaining marches here. We can go help kill this thing with our remaining marches. Cool. Omniarch, hard to believe they faded already. You look like such a strapping young man. Stop it. Oh, that's too funny. That is too funny. Yeah. Richard and Esong at 5111. You could, I don't know that I'd recommend it. I mean, like 5111, I'd rather you focus in on either of them, maxing the first 2 skills rather than just kind of jumping to 5111. I would probably try to focus the Richard if you're not going to expertise it, or go the Esong if you are. I have an expertise buy bars and Sunsoo 5544, Pelagius 5543, Mina 5433. Any suggestions for who to use as an arrangement as primary and secondary? If you're only bringing 1 march, Minamoto with Sunsoo is pretty legit, and you should expertise that Sunsoo as soon as you can. Minamoto Pelagius is going to be great. Those are all great. Honestly, those are fantastic. Best commander, Esong or Alex? Both are very good. You can't go wrong with either of those. Esong's got the AoE, very crucial. You won't find that effect anywhere else in the game. And Alexander the Great is just so phenomenal. As 5111, as 5511, I would, if you haven't already invested in a legendary, and Esong is in the game, if you haven't already invested in a legendary and Alexander the Great is just coming into the game for you, I would consider just going straight to Alexander the Great. That seems pretty reasonable to me. Wow, we got a Gatekeeper's Shield and a Delane's. That's cool. Super cool. So we got some gear. We can take all these marches. We're going to run them home. We're going to run all those home. And, you can see why that was a good activity to go participate in. But speaking of good activities to participate in, we're going to do the Garden of Infinity. I fear for my soul. Garden of Infinity, I feel for my soul. I am concerned. Play your Restart Project more, please. We definitely have been playing the Restart Project less because we've been in KVK on both accounts. It's just not enough time. Like, I only have time for KVK on my main, which I think is a good thing. KVK has been very exciting. I will have more time for my restart soon. I would like for my restart to be in a kingdom that's off cycle from when KVK is on my main. I would say that it's pretty imperative for me, so we'll see. I'm using infantry and already expertise my Ulji. Should I bring him to 60 or stop until 50? I think you could take Ulji to 60. If you need another infantry commander as a primary, I think he is fine. He doesn't have the skill tree, though. He has the attack tree, which is definitely different, but also good. EVIL Candyland. Are you the greatest governor out there right now? Seb, I'm not going to say I'm the greatest. I'm going to say that I'm real passionate about this game, though. Amen. Let's roll the free die here and see what happens. 2 is a very good roll. Oh my gosh. We moved really far. We got a chest. Maybe this will be better this time. Maybe we'll do better this time. Some of my alliance members, they every time they do 30 rolls, they get 15 plus chests, and it drives me insane. Well, I mean, I'm happy for them, but I wish I could pull down the same numbers. Now, anything but a 1, I guess anything but a 2 or a 6 would be good. Anything but a 2. I mean, really, a 3 or a 5 would be amazing here. 5. Hey, 2 blue chests is really good. At this point, another 5 would be great. I guess anything but a 2 or a 6 is really good. Whoa. Holy moly. We've already gotten almost 3 epics. Technically 2 and 3/4. Man, this is good. This is good. I'm going to keep an epic count. I'm going to keep an epic count. Maybe our luck finally turns, right? Maybe our luck finally turns here. We're at 2 epics. And I'll activate that. All right, 2 epics. Cool. Wow. Is Japan that bad? Japan is a fine civilization. That was my starting civilization. The gathering speed's very good. The scout speed helps you at the start of the game when you're running around for hours on end scouting the map. But otherwise, I don't think it's a good long-term civilization for anything except a farm. I don't think so. Who's better, Esong or Alex? More of that question. They're different, right? They're different. Alex is very, very good. Esong is very, very good. Between the two, like I said, if you haven't already invested in Esong, then Alex is going to be the pick. Let's roll the silver dice. If we land on another 5, we're basically living the dream. So a 5 would be astonishingly good right now. Oh! Whoa! We're on pace for our best EVIL Candyland ever. Holy jeez. Okay, we're living the dream. We are living the dream. Epic count updated to 5. We're on the verge of living the dream. We are actively in the process right now, you and I living the dream. Is Ottoman the best in open field? It's very, very, very good. Ottoman civilization is very good. You get 5% skill damage. You get 5% march speed. The archer units are fine. And in Season 4 of KVK, the Ramses, Esong secondary and Ramses primary rally is very, very good. Also, I mean, you'd want to be Ottoman civilization if you're defending with Artemisia Wu Zetian as well. I think it's honestly very, very good. It's a very good civilization. Devil's Knights brings the luck. Logged in for that spin. Well, thanks for bringing the luck. And cheers, Zydrunus229A, member of the channel. Chadwick French, member of the channel. Holy moly, the members showing up in droves today to hang out as we play, rolling the dice and getting some luck, picking up equipment, chess, baby. Let's do this. What would be good now? I mean, can we get a 5 again? Can we get a 5 again? What are the odds that I roll 5 4 times in a row? I don't know, but I'm going to roll the dice and we're going to see. Come on, baby. 4. It was so close. It was so close. We do get the gold. I could use gold. Okay, I could use some gold up in here. I could use some gold. Gamers Town. For Alex and Sunsoo, skill or attack tree better. I used Rejuvenate and otherwise the full infantry tree. So I would get Rejuvenate, but otherwise full infantry tree. What's my Edward? It's the same as the E-Song build I flashed up on the screen earlier, I think. I don't know. Okay, Edward build. Edward build, real quick. This is a Edward build for the open field. We got the march speed up in here. Edward build, open field, take a screenshot, save it forever. We're headed back to roll the dice, try our luck, hopefully get something nice. Here we go. 1, 2, or 3 is the dream. Anything but a 4 would be grand. So here we go. Roll the dice. No! No, 650 gems for nothing. Well, they don't call it EVIL Candyland for nothing. And by they don't call it EVIL Candyland for nothing, we mean I don't call it EVIL Candyland for nothing. Gosh darn it. Can you do commander trees for legendaries? Like, what would I recommend? Jacob, check out my video where I did commander talent trees for every single legendary in the game. We've also done that for every epic in the game. Those are available. Definitely check those out. Iron Man AJ, good morning from Australia. Hope you and the fam are safe and well. Right back at you. We're hanging out. I'm rolling the dice, getting a little lucky, getting a little wrecked. We landed on the gold spot, which is, a little less than optimal. So we'll make our way back around the board, building speed ups. Okay, we're off to a promising re-entry here. Anything but a 3 is pretty good, actually. And there's the 3. So this is getting a little uncomfortable. I think I need to stop using the phrase anything but. When I say the phrase anything but and then whatever it is, it almost always shows up. We hit the 8 dice roll mile marker here. Can you make a video about commanders that have that kingdoms should have in season 4 of KVK? Yes. Alexander, yes. If you haven't seen my recent video about how to counter Attila Takeda, go check that out. What should a kingdom have in season 4 of KVK? Attila Takeda's, Charles Martel Constantine, Artemisia E-Song or Artemisia Wu. I think Wu's better, but I don't know. There's conflicting opinions out there. Let's roll the dice. Give me something nice. 5 gives us, I was going to say another gold dice, but that's not actually where we landed. And anyways, we're just rhyming. Chisluck is coming back. Oh no. Indeed, oh no. Let's roll the dice. A 3 would be fantastic. But there's really no bad roll in this stretch per se. 2 is really good. Like 30 hours of speed ups is really good. And this is our first gold die roll. Why is that? If we get a 1, glorious. Glorious. We'll get 4 chests. If we get a 6, we will get 6 chests, which is also glorious. So I think what we do here is we roll the dice. So here we are, gold die, 1 or a 6 is the dream. What do we get? Oh, baby! Woo, baby, baby, baby. We're doing it. We're doing it, chat. We're finally It's finally evening out. It's finally happening. Update the epic count. Ladies and gentlemen, we're up to 11 epic chests. Finally, my luck seems to be evening out. My gosh. Scipio with Tamaris? I would not do that. I would not do that. How did you get the Milky Way blueprint? From the Ceroli Assault. I don't think the Milky Way blueprint is very good. Okay, let me take that back. It's very good, but it's very expensive for what you get. 12% of stats for a lot of materials. I mean, it's very expensive. It's very expensive. Never had this luck before? Dude, tell me about it. Let's go, says TTL. I'm working on my Constantine, trying to get my friend who's got a max con working on his Saladin. Can I beat him with Constantine Alex? Not on the Garrison. Not on the Garrison. 11 chests for how many gems? We're only 8 spins in. We're only 8 spins in. That's really good value. We're 8 spins in. We're in it to win. We're rolling the dice. It's not actually a spin. I'm hoping for some luck. Man, another 5 would be amazing. 5 or 6 would be awesome. Honestly, a 3 would be pretty fantastic for hilarity. So here we go. Silver dies in 2. 2 is a little less exciting. We're looking for a 3, 4, or 5. Actually, honestly, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 is going to be an awesome roll. The silver die, it's in on the action. What do we got? 4. Okay. That is a lot, and I mean a lot, of hours of speed ups. 45 hours of speed ups. I'll take it. We need to train a lot of troops, so I'm in on that. Cool. Now we're going to roll the dice again. A 1 would actually be really good. And really like a 1 or a 4 would be fantastic here. 6 is also fine for moving us down the field, but the building speed ups are not so amazing. The 2x would be pretty funny to land on here. Instead, we get some more training speed ups, which I'm all about that. As we move our way toward the best spot on the board, we get a 3. 3's fine. We'll claim the extra rewards. That does give us an epic chest. I'm not going to count any of those for our epic count, because you get those for just showing up and rolling the dice, okay? So the epic count is going to be the stuff we get from the board here. Niner Nation says, yo, love the videos, brother. Cheers. Thank you for the positive feedback. Osman or buy bars. They're both very good. Osman, you're going to want to pair with a Rage Engine. Buy bars, you're going to want to run around the map and just kill lots of gathering commanders. Chisgule, I'm stuck in a kingdom that's slowly dying or stopping playing. There's no real passion. What should I do? Sounds like you could migrate. If you migrate, I'll tell you now, shameless plug, Kingdom 75 is going to be opening its doors in a very advantageous way for players that are under 25 million power. So if that fits your description, because we're Imperium, we can only take 25 million and under, but we are going to make it a really great place to be. And you can find yourself in Zone 3 with a really high-tech shell with great holy sites. Consider it. Okay, Chadwick French. You and the Four Horsemen should do a rock podcast. You know, I thought about that. I have thought about that. Who would watch a podcast? Watch a podcast? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's not how that works. I mean, technically, we could do video and then take the audio and make it into a podcast where people watch that. Would you listen to that, is I guess what I mean. We're going to roll the silver dice. I don't think we gold die here because we're not in the best stretch yet. A 1, 2, or 3 would be fantastic for me. A 4 is a little less cool. We could use the gold die here. If we do, it could be phenomenal. It could also kind of not be phenomenal. I'm a little torn. If I use a silver die, there's a 50% chance I end up back over here, and then I could use the gold die. I feel like I'm going to silver this and hope for the best. Obviously, a 4 would be the best. 6 it is. So I'm definitely glad I didn't use my gold die there. Now, this one is really interesting. This is arguably the best stretch in the game. It's a little risky. It's a little risky to use the gold die here, but because it's YouTube and this is entertaining, a 2x will be awesome. The gold is great. The materials are good. The speed ups are good. The materials are good. Let's do this roll and cross your fingers for a 3. That will be a solid 4 chests for me. We'll add them to the board. The count will go to 15. Come on, baby. Show me some good stuff here. What do we got? 4. Okay, cool. Well, I mean, I just got 90 hours of speed ups. I'll take it. I'll take it. When the 4 Horsemen stream, it's a must watch. Well, I appreciate that feedback. Who goes well with Mehmed? A lot of commanders do. It's got to be a commander that does high skill damage because that's something that Mehmed will elevate. You're going to want some march speed if you need to move around the field. Okay. What legendary commander goes well with Mina besides Sao or Takeda? So I wouldn't do Attila or Takeda. I would do high skill damage commanders and commanders that generate rage. Those will go well with your Minamoto. Pelagius is a perfect example of an epic that does all those things. Has skill damage and generates rage, even has healing. No march speed, but pretty solid all around. A 1 would be fantastic, or a 4 would be great. Boom! Headshot. There's the 1. 2 chests. I'll take them. They're blue, but that'll do. We roll the dice. Give me a 3. 4's fine. I don't know if I'm ever going to make these patterns that come from this chest, but okay, sure. Let's keep rolling the dice. What? Oh, man, I almost thought we were getting the epic chest. We didn't. That's okay. I'm happy about the speed ups. We're going to keep rolling the dice here, and we get the reverse. Now, look. Reverse kind of sucks, but it also kind of sets up the best positions on the board. So I'm okay with that change for now. It also means that a 1, 2, or 3 would be fantastic. There's a 2. I'll take a 2. A 1 or a 4 would be great. Okay, 2 is a little less exciting. I have more wood than I know what to do with. Wink. Rolling the dice some more. Another 2. Now, at least we get a material chest this time. Legacy 89. Chisgule, I'm a cavalry and open field player. Should I change to Ottoman or stay Arabia? You know, if you're rallying stuff, then you've got to stay Arabia. Arabia is the civilization I use. I rally stuff. I've got to be Arabia. It just is what it is. Okay. Silver die. Here we go. By the way, I should say, ooh, interesting. Another option besides Arabia is Germany. When I'm out of KVK, as soon as we're out of KVK, I'm going to switch to Germany again for the training speed. And that's just because I train ridiculous amounts of troops. So for me, the 5% training speed really is kind of a big deal. Okay, so we're making our way around the board. We have hit the 25 spin mark. We do get some extra goodies. We're up to 11 epics so far. And we're hitting a really compelling stretch here. We're hitting a very compelling stretch. We're going to want a gold die as we get a little closer to this one. So a 2 or a 3 or a 4 would be fantastic. 6 is a bit much. We are on the double spot. This is where things get a little crazy. The rewards are doubled. Now, I could gold die, but if I do, it's going to turn this spot, which gives me rewards over here, into a spot that isn't going to give me rewards. So I think I'm just going to silver die this. I think we silver die this. 4 horsemen are Chisgule's crew in 75. Yeah, I mean, the 4 horsemen is the shorthand name for me and Abe and Negan and Groggy. And sometimes Spartan. And really, like, I don't know, if Hulk shows up, maybe it's Hulk. Or, like, you know, whichever 4 people are online doing stuff, you know? It's just usually Abe, Negan, and Groggy. All right. So we're going to silver die this so that we don't lose the opportunity for this spot to be good. So a 2 or a 3 are really, really good for me. Should I just keep rhyming or should I stop that? Okay, here we go. 5. Yikes. Well, a 5 is not the worst. A 5 was not the worst as we continue to make our way around the board. These upcoming spots are pretty decent. Uh-oh. Boy, that's a long distance we're going there. Okay. 2, 3, or 4 would be really quite good right now. 2. Hey, 2 more chests is very good. At this point, we kind of want to get around the board, but a 1 or a 2 or a 5 will be quite good here when we rock the dice. 4 is interesting. Double rewards. I don't know what exactly we're looking for to be doubled, but we'll rock the silver dice. And I'll tell you, definitively, building speed-ups was not the thing. What do you think Osmond could be good to pair with as a free-to-play player? Pelagius, primary. Osmond, secondary. Very good. Khan, primary. Osmond, secondary. Very good. Chisgule, I think Lilith is trying to delay new commanders and extend Mighty Governor cycle for commanders so that younger kingdoms can catch up with older kingdoms in terms of commander investment. Maybe. I mean, it still gives older kingdoms more opportunity to get these commanders. Let's roll the silver dice. A 6 would be really awesome right now. 4. Wow. 4. Ugh. That's awkward. That's awkward. We've now landed twice on the gold dice, and we're at still 11 epics, which means although we were on track to do better than we've ever done before, I would say we're out of the realm of that now. We're probably out of the realm of that now. We did really well out of the gate. I could gold die here. Because this is really good. This is really good. This is really good. This is really good. This is hilarious. I mean, we could use a gold die if we're feeling really froggy. We could see what we get here. Because we're live streaming, I mean, I'm feeling kind of froggy. Do you feel froggy, chat? Do you feel like we could do this? Also, where does that expression come from, feeling froggy? Zydrunas229A, thank you for the $2 super chat. When you change civilization, does it affect you? So, when you change civilizations, it is going to... First of all, you're going to have to speed up all your troop training. It's going to take all of the special units you have and switch them from whatever type they are back to being a normal unit, and whatever unit type should be special for this new one, it's going to take those and make them the special unit instead. And otherwise, I mean, like, you know, look, the change I'm going to make here will be from Arabia, which cavalry focused, to Germany. But the other thing I'm sort of waiting for, because I really want the training speed, right, is I guess we'll wait and see, like, what kind of commander comes from the new event. I mean, you know, maybe I want archers. I go Britain. Probably not, though. Like, the action point recovery is actually, like, it's kind of a pain in the butt, because to really get advantage of that, you got to spend your AP a lot. But what does chat think? Are we doing gold dice? Chadwick says feeling froggy. Marco says gold dice. VIP 14 or castle? Depends on how close you are to VIP 14, quite frankly. Depends on how close you are. Let's roll the gold dice. 1, 2, or 3 are really quite good. Optimally, we score a 3, and that will put us way ahead for our epic chess count. Come on, baby. 4. Okay, we got gold. Gold is pretty good. Now we're going to rock the gold die again. And if we land on a 3, that means we go over here. That's a good outcome. If we land on a 4, that means we land over there. A really good outcome as well. So I think we do another gold die here, and that could be pretty good. I mean, obviously, you could land on research speed-ups. A little awkward. Or you could land over here. At least it's material chess, right? At least it's material chess. Baibars and Belisarius, good for secondary cavalry army. Yeah, that's a good cavalry army. Zydrunas, glad I could answer your question. I want to expertise my first legendary as a free-to-play. Should it be Esong or Alex? Depends on how old your kingdom is. I think Esong's really good. But Alex is also really good too, right? Like, Esong is going to go on your wall. You get value killing barbarians. It's amazing and life-changing in Canyon. Alexander the Great, also very, very, very good in the open field. Really good in Canyon too. So, I don't know. How to complete expedition with infantry. I never have enough time to win. You're just going to need to get more troops and maybe use an army expansion and have more commanders, higher power. New research has got to be coming into the game, right? You know, I think so. I think so. I think there'll be more research. I think there'll definitely be more research. And when there is, we got some research speed ups to burn, baby. All right. How much money is required to go from T4 to T5? I'm City Hall 23. A lot of money. Like that would, it depends on how fast you do it, you know, but if you're going to do it really, really fast, I mean, we are talking about thousands of dollars, like maybe $5,000, $10,000. I mean, it could be a lot of money. It could be a lot of money, depending on how old your kingdom is, your speed ups, all that good stuff. All right. Gold die, incoming. 4 is amazing. 5 is amazing. Oh, yeah, we can't land on this. Right? Yeah. Sorry. It's a... Wait. No. 3. It's a 3 or a 4. 3 is amazing. I swear I can look at the screen. 3 is amazing. 4 is amazing. 6 is fine. Okay? So 3, 4... 6 are pretty good outcomes. 50-50 for a good outcome. Here we go, baby. 5. Comedic. Well, here's hoping they actually add that research back into the game that we need to do here. Ugh. We're going to have plenty of research speed-ups. Yay! I know Barca's very low in DPS, but do you think his debuff is good or worth it? Early game, yes. Late game, no. Best combo for Ethelfled? Ethelfled Esong, Ethelfled Constantine, both very solid. I use Constantine. Ethelfled Alex is very good. A lot of options here. A lot of options. Do I have a talent tree for Ramses? I'm sure we do have a talent tree for Ramses somewhere. We need to go Barb real quick, though. Hold the phone. We'll heal our hospital. That's fine. We do want to go Barb, so we'll go get that going, and then we'll talk about a Ramses tree. Ramity Ramington. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3 marches onto the field, and start smacking some barbs. By the way, how long do we have? We've got some time. I haven't decided if I'm going to go to the other Barb Keep, which is over here at 2120 UTC. That's a long way away. Hour and a half. I don't know. Maybe not. Joe the Farmer. Cheers. Thanks for being in the chat. Thanks for being a member of the channel. What's a good combo against Alexander the Great and Richard? I'm going to think archers would be really good. Ramses Esong would probably do the job. The Ramses is going to cut the healing, which is a big deal. It's a very big deal. All right, so now if we take a look at our material chests, by the way, we're up to 50 of those. That's pretty cool. 370 of those. We have some blueprint fragments. We'll open these. Like I said, I don't know what I'm going to make with these. We got some Savage Totem. Haven't made it. Quinn Soul. Oh, actually, we did make Savage Totem, but that's a separate story. Karok's Humility and Gladiator's Blueprint. Let me show you something here, okay? We had thought... If you watched my live stream recently, we had thought that the Savage Totem would do extra damage to the Ceroli bosses because they might qualify as a Barbarian. But the Ceroli bosses do not qualify as Barbarians. Public service announcement. The Ceroli bosses do not qualify as Barbarians. What does that mean for you? Don't wear gear that does damage to barbarians. It isn't helping you. Lol. Oh, well. Good to know. I don't know what I'm going to do with this Savage Totem. I'll probably destroy it. I don't think it's a very important piece of gear. I so rarely am fighting barbarians where I'm like, oh, if only I had 13% more damage. Like, I'll probably destroy this when I need either wood or feathers. But when am I going to need wood or feathers is a separate question that, like, I don't know, dude. Equipment-wise... What's on my short list for equipment? My short list for equipment is going to have Sacred Grips, and that doesn't require wood or feathers. I suppose Shio's Return. I'd break it down when I make those. And maybe on my short list would be some accessories. Like maybe I'll end up needing to make a Delane's. Maybe I'll end up feeling like I need to make a Pendant of Eternal Night. I've actually been working on cloth and crystal for that reason. Although, God, Pendant of Eternal Night, it's just so many gosh darn materials. It's astonishing. I'm going to claim that level 30 for free. I'm not going to spend any AP on that. Can I show my building and research speed ups? Sure. Speed ups. Boom. Here we go. Building speed ups are over here. Well, it looks, I don't know. Do we have enough of those? Do we have enough building speed ups and research speed ups over here? Boom. I think we got enough of those. Look at all those 8-hour speed ups. My God. New research comes into the game. We're going to have something to do with those research speed ups. We don't have, honestly, we got a lot of 5-minute speed ups. A fair amount of hour-long speed ups. I don't know. We don't have as many as I would have thought. You know, our other speed ups are kind of in a better place, obviously, here. I think we have enough speed ups, just looking at this and taking a gander, for probably, I want to say like 15 million power. I think I could gain 15 million power with these speed ups. I owe you a talent build. A Ramedy Ramington talent build. I don't have Ramsey's max level here, but let's just talk about it. Ramses is pretty straightforward for builds. There's very little you're going to want to do with him outside of the archer tree. And it's just the nature of the talents here. So, and the nature of the versatility tree being not all that useful. The nature of the attack tree having some limited stuff that you're going to want to go and get, okay? So you're going to want to get Whistling Arrows. And you might also use extra points on Razor Sharp. You could also get Full Quiver. But before you do that, I'm going to recommend you go all the way over here to Effortless. That's a must get. I think that, honestly, Armored Joints is a must get, reducing the damage you take. I think it would be pretty reasonable to elevate your counterattack damage. I think that's a good pickup. And I also like Fight to the Death if you don't think you will be swarmed. If you do, then you don't want to get it. So to reiterate what we're talking about here, you get Whistling Arrows, you get Razor Sharp and Full Quiver. You're going to get Effortless. You're going to grab Armored Joints and Unyielding, and you are good to go. There is your Ramses build. Okay, continuing on with our barbing. Remember when I was saying earlier that high-level barbs can give you gems? Look at that. Look at that. 40 gems right there. 40 gems. That's really good. That is really good. High-level barbs can give some really sweet loot here. Really sweet loot. I mean, look at this. This is like a lot of... This would get a lot. 40 minutes of speed ups here is very good. You know, half of an hour of speed ups for one barb. Although usually you get closer to 8 minutes. But, you know, you get the idea here. The barbs in Kingsland, not even Kingsland, just, you know, the high-level barbs can be pretty good. But most of them you can see aren't dropping gems. But there's another 40 gems, you know. So this is where you want to be spending your AP on these higher-level barbs. Very, very good rewards. What's my favorite song? I don't know if I have a favorite song right now. I'd have to think about that. 999 3-hour speed ups. I know, right? I know. There's no way he's around 10K. 10K what? 10K what? Chis has spent way more than 10K. Oh, yeah, no. How much have I spent? I mean, I've probably spent closer to like 30K on Rise of Kingdoms. That's weird to say out loud, isn't it? So for me, let's just talk about that for a second. For me, it's creating a business, right? This is a YouTube channel, but it's also kind of a business for me, okay? So for me, it's an investment in the business. To be able to show content, to play aggressively and do exciting stuff that people like to watch. Even just, you know, like EVIL Candyland that we were just doing. Like, it's because I spend money that I have the gems to go and do stuff like that. So that's why, and I really enjoy the game, right? Candidly, I really enjoy the game. So that's why I spend in Rise of Kingdoms the way that I do, okay? What I would recommend to most humans, though, I mean, like superhumans like Baba, they can go spend as much as they want, whatever. But, you know, like, look, I'm no financial advisor, but I really think it's really important to save for retirement, to prioritize spending for your family, send your kids to college, like whatever those things are that are your financial goals for you and your family or yourself, like those should be the top priority. And then overflow money, if there is any, can go towards things like mobile games. I know a lot of folks are like, you know, not going out and like getting $10 beers or whatever. Not that I think that's a reasonable thing, but if you live in a big city, like, okay, you've got a bit more cash floating around. But, again, I'm no financial advisor, but if you've got your other spending priorities knocked out and in a really good place, then, you could spend in a mobile game. You could do that. Where does all that money come from? So, a couple things. I have spent a lot of time working in technology. So, I've had like a very steady tech job for a very long time, which like creates some amount of financial freedom. And like, that's worth mentioning. From a YouTube standpoint, content creators in general make money from advertisements, from donations and memberships, and also sponsorship. So those are sources of income for a content creator in general. So, money outside of the game, I guess, outside of YouTubing, and then YouTubing related money, if that helps. I don't know. Is that interesting? Is that an interesting topic? Here we go. Continuing on. Where's Solimar today? Gosh, I have no clue what Solimar is doing. Clearly, Solimar is the kind of spender where he can go spend whatever he wants and it kind of doesn't matter. Just your epic count is still up. So it is. I feel like we could leave up the epic count for the people who join late, right? They could check that out. The funny thing is when the epic count will still be there in the next live stream, that will be funny because I'm going to forget for sure. What's my kingdom? We're in 75, baby. Kingdom 75. We actually have our first town hall meeting today, which I'm really looking forward to. What is the town hall meeting? This is something that we're doing in 75 that is just a test. We'll see how it goes. But we're going to talk on voice, open forum for all members of Kingdom 75. And we're going to share a bunch of updates about the kingdom. We're going to share our vision and direction for what's coming next. We want people to feel excited about things that are coming for the kingdom. We want to be transparent about what the plans are and what's cooking up. We want people to feel involved and included. So we will be on voice doing a town hall not even 4 hours from this time. I will be leading a town hall, talking about just a bunch of stuff for Kingdom 75. We're going to be talking about Kingdom versus Kingdom, how this one went, preparations for the next one. We're going to talk about migration, focus primarily on people migrating in, but also, for the small number of people that are migrating out, I want to emphasize that like they should be, treated with respect and dignity, and like if they're owed any rewards for the end of KVK or their contributions up to this point, they have every right to go and claim them. Like, I don't know. Like what am I trying to say there? What I'm trying to say is that, like, even if we know someone is going to leave the kingdom, that, like, we still treat them really well. But very few people are leaving the kingdom. I'll mention that. Because it's kind of a one-way ticket. Like, we're Imperium. Like, you leave, man, like, we might leave Imperium status. But I don't think so. It seems really unlikely. Chadwick says, Town Hall genius. This is why I started my restart in Kingdom 75. Nice. Yeah, I mean, look, there's a lot of disadvantages to having an account in an older kingdom when you're just starting. But the advantages are also pretty profound too. Established leadership, established patterns of behavior and culture and Discord server and all these other good things that like help the kingdom operate. Clearly defined rules that people are aligned with in the kingdom, culture that people start to align with. And look, we're working on that. Okay, it does not happen overnight. All right, that does not happen overnight. But we're constantly working on that. And I think, unlike, well, I can't speak for what other kingdoms are really like exactly. But what I'll say is that I think we are pretty unique in our focus on continuous improvement as a kingdom, if that makes sense. I mean, I'm sure other kingdoms do that too, but like we're really quite obsessed with that. Anyways, enough about Kingdom 75, Enough about Kingdom 75. Any requirements? You have to be under 25 million power. You have to be under 25 million power, because if you are over 25 million power, you can't come. We're Imperium. There's no way to come here. Unfortunately. Unfortunately, there's no way to join us if you are over 25 million power. So we're going to send these marches over here. We're going to get in position. It's a long walk. Better start now, I suppose. Get these marches going. I'm going to use El Cid again because of the march speed and because it's such a long walk. Boom. I don't know if we will still be streaming by the time this shows up. However, I do want to be in position for it so that we can partake should we choose to. And I'm having trouble remembering what my last march was. What am I missing here? Oh, no, that's all my marches. Good. There we go. Hello, chat. Spartan. Rip, didn't know you were streaming. We were streaming. We got 11 epic choice chests, which I know is below average for you, but was really good for me. Okay? All right? It was really good for me. Okay? We got anything more than 3, I'm feeling pretty good. Okay? So we did okay there. We did okay, finally. Finally. In a first portion, anyways. In the first portion of this event. Farming keeps. Yeah, we're doing some keeps. You can have 1 migrate in per month. That's right. You can have 1 migrate in per month. And, look. Like, there's already a line at the door for the players that are interested in coming here. And that if you're interested in coming here, right, and you're over, probably 80 million power, right, and you have a massive number of kills, massive number of deaths, you're strategic, you've maybe chatted with me before, but maybe not, and you're interested in 75, then you should get in touch to get in that line. Because in some ways it's first come, first serve with the folks that we've got a good relationship with already. And like a lot of those spots are already accounted for some amount of time. It's never too late to start that dialogue, okay? Ethelfled skill tree. You got a talent tree for Ethelfled. Here we go. This is the build I personally use in Canyon. Here's my Canyon build. Egan, Megan, Negan. Can't convince me that it didn't happen. I see Miles Baird in chat talking about Negan, which is probably who's the king of the kingdom. But it just was too close to like the Tiger King thing, So I had to, rock that out. Just a little bit of Tiger King. Come on, Tiger King was good. Don't hate on that. It's good. You were obsessed. After watching one episode, you roll out of bed and you're wearing all your Tiger gear and it was like, let's go. Except nobody watches just one episode, right? It's like you watch all of them in a crazy binge. God, maybe we got to watch that again. My wife and I really enjoyed Tiger King. I mean, it was... come on. Be honest. How many of you walk around because you're all at home, social distancing, and like... you're like, just start singing to yourself, or you're like, can't convince me that it didn't happen. Like, come on. Like, how many of you are doing that? Because, like, Gecko Gaming sticking his hand up, probably for something unrelated. But Gecko Gaming sings Tiger King to himself. That's what I'm talking about. Gecko Gaming, good to see you. Joking aside, Gecko Gaming is another exceptional Rise of Kingdoms content creator. You should go check out Gecko Gaming's channel. That's Gecko with a... I was going to say with a G. With a G! Gecko with a G. Gekko. Gecko Gaming. Rise of Kingdoms content. Chisgule can't talk. Last Spartan still hasn't even seen one episode? Come on, people. It's very entertaining. I mean, like, watching that, I'm like, this is America. What's going on? What's happening? Oh, man, it's really funny. But seriously, you can't convince me that it didn't happen. Build for Moneymoto, please. Moneymoto. We got builds. This is my barbing build. This is for barbing, for trying to go infinite. What do I mean by going infinite? When I battle barbarians, sometimes I send 5 marches with a 25% expansion, and I'm trying to battle for hours on end without going back to town. This is the build I use for that. With that said, here's what I used for arms training. Pretty solid. Pretty solid. Barbarians and other neutral units. Very interesting. Very interesting. I gotta go ask about that. And here's a open field fighting build. Here's an open field fighting build. Gecko says, I read somewhere that Carol Baskin's husband's will signature was traced. Something recent. Oh my gosh. Wouldn't surprise me. No spoilers. No spoilers. No spoilers. You mentioned the top 10 rankings in Mighty Governor are set beforehand to make sure strong players get the rally leaders. How does it work for players who are pushing 11th? Is there a point limit for them? So we have a kill event limit. We have some training limit. But like, look, we make it so that the top 10 need to push pretty hard still. Right? So it's not like free Mighty Governor wins for people where they like train 5 troops and they're like, woo, I got first. No, you still got to do stuff, okay? And if this next Mightiest Governor event, by the way, if this next Mightiest Governor event in our kingdom is going to still be Artemisia, then it's going to be open training and a constrained kill event. And that's what we did for the last Artemisia, because like the 5th Artemisia was like a bonus. And we were like, well, we didn't plan that one. So train like crazy. It was also in the middle of KVK. So like we were not going to stop people from training and fighting and doing all they need to do. We are going to constrain the kill event portion of Mightiest Governor because that's the dumbest waste of resources in the world unless your kingdom's in civil war, which is also the dumbest waste of resources in the world. No dull moments. No dull moments. I feel like no one watched the video. I said how much I used in the first minute and a half of the video. Not sure which video you're talking about. Chisgule, are you doing... how are you doing in KVK in terms of control of the ziggurat? We did not get the zig. We did not get the zig. We did not get the zig. What would I say? What would I say? That fight was intense. It lasted for 8 hours to battle for the zig. We did make a second attempt battling into Kingsland. It was unsuccessful, but I think a good choice the way that we did it. You know, what I'll say of Kingdom versus Kingdom is that it certainly doesn't help if one of your allied kingdoms kind of dies in the middle of KVK. That's a little awkward. Or is like actively posting that they're looking for new kingdoms in the middle of KVK in like public places. That's a little awkward. So, you know, I don't know how exactly we would have vetted that out, but I loved the fight by the other allies that we chose. That was really awesome. So, gosh bless. I feel like we forced a pretty good situation for us. Quite frankly, we forced given that one of the members of our allegiance was holding physical space, but not even participating really in open field combat after like the first couple hours of Kingsland fighting. I think that we did a really good job of 100% blocking the passes over here, which created a world in which the only way that the enemy kingdoms could enter into our zone was to build forts. And they just weren't going to do it because they knew we would rally them and they'd have tons of dead troops. So we created sort of a stalemate in this zone, not because we don't like fighting, okay? But because fighting 2-on-1 is kind of not amazing, especially because, you know, the kingdom in green, 258, they are a warrior kingdom and they were full strength because they didn't have any fighting to do up to that point. So we created a world in which we would have had a 1-on-1 with 210 when these passes would have opened. And we would have had about 4 days to beat them as a kingdom and take their territory before the folks in green would have plowed through this kingdom and made their way to our doorstep over here, and then we'll be able to battle into our own kingdom. So we really did, I think, the best we could with what we had in the situation we were in. It is what it is. And I think that the diplomatic solution was also very wise for all parties involved in this KVK. We basically maximized everybody's rewards because we had been able to so successfully stalemate this zone. And our allies, gosh bless the superheroes in 89 and the superheroes in 64 that just they actually fought to hold their zone in one-on-ones. And occasionally, they had a 2-on-1 situation, right? But at the end of the day, only one kingdom can hold the pass in Rally In. So they held their ground extremely well, played very, very well for a very, very extended period of time. They did really great. Let us sort of hold this zone over here and stabilize it with bubbled cities. And look, people are going to make fun of the bubbled cities. It was not because we didn't want to fight. It was because we wanted to fight in a way that would optimize our chances for success. And we have a much better chance for success of a one-on-one with 210 for 4 days and then 2-on-1ing. You see what I mean? So I'm not saying we would have won that. I'm just saying our chances were much better. So people, throw some shade for that tactic, but, given that one kingdom was completely falling apart and, not contributing in the open field, not fighting in the ruins or altars, we did kind of the best we could with our situation. Do I love that? No. I wish we'd been in a position to fight to the bitter end. But, realistically, that's not the position we were in, okay? It just wasn't our position. Hopefully this is helpful. Is this interesting? I think it's interesting. But we didn't get the zig. And, to the credit of the Darkness camp, right? 4 kingdoms legit all fighting. And not in a half-hearted way. They were all in. And to their credit, they were very good. So Chiz hit 20 million today. Congratulations, the amazing Selim, on hitting 20 million power. That's awesome. How do you prevent other folks from exceeding your limit in the kill event? We force people who exceed the proposed limit in the kill event to donate, I think it's 10 million resources for every million of points you go over, something like that. I mean, it's a ridiculous amount of resources if you overkill on the kill event. So you really don't want to do that. And they get donated to the bank. And we have forced people to do that. We have forced people to donate to the bank. They do. And the bank distributes resources in times of war. There's the Osmond build for the person who was asking. Thoughts on Alex and Richard, or Richard Alex? I use Alex and Richard. I use Alex as the primary to do more damage because they're already very tanky. That is a great combo. I've enjoyed it, especially at the Ruins and Altar of Darkness. I really, really, really enjoyed it. Backdoor Pirates. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Justin is saying Backdoor Pirates. What does that mean? It's a funny phrase. If you've been in my live streams for the Ruins, you know what a Backdoor Pirate is. So, here's a ruin, okay? And let's say, actually, it depends on the shape of the zone. This zone is much easier to be a Backdoor Pirate than this zone, interestingly. I just noticed that. But okay, so what's a Backdoor Pirate? A Backdoor Pirate is someone who, let's say we take these ruins, okay? The enemy would then march from over here to over here and fight us. And they would battle at our back door so that people can't refresh their troops over here. So not only do they push us in over this way, but they battle over here and they hit our reinforcements and our people retreating. And you really need a second alliance or a second kingdom to be fighting with you to handle that so that one full alliance can be getting points in here. It makes a huge difference. There's a player with 754 million power in my Lost Kingdom, and they only have 40 million kills. 240 million kills is a good number. But Spartan, thank you for the $10 super chat. I loves me some Backdoor. Man. Yeah. I think the name is very funny. Backdoor Pirates. Yeah, so the problem with 754 million power is that one player is stopping so many people from migrating in, assuming that the kingdom is flipped Imperium, and they still have the same number of marches that they bring to the field. I would much rather have 7 100 million power players than 1 720 million power player. See what I mean? Like, I would much rather that situation. Just checking in real quick. All right, we're looking good here. Very nice. Speaking of this, we've got... Oh, wrong place. Hold on. We've got only a couple days left in Lost Kingdom. We need to claim some rewards. I'm a little torn. Chat, I'll be curious to see what you think here. Who keeps the bank of resources? We have a T5 player that they've got an extra account. Okay, it's a second account, and it's got T5, and it's the bank. So, it's over 50 million power and holds the resources, which is kind of cool. Death Squad in my alliance has 242 million power with 606 million kills. The funny thing, Death Squad joined me in Kingdom 51 back in the day, and has been doing his own kingdom building that's been very successful. Really enjoyed playing and fighting with him. He was going to join us in this kingdom. He had an alt here for a time, but then ultimately left before the fighting started in Season 3 of KVK. Bummer he wasn't here to join us for that, but look forward to future opportunities to either battle with them as allies, or I don't know, if he wants to come to the kingdom. We could talk about that, but I'm sure he's very happy where he is. So, Eternal Night Blueprint is something that I'm still just waiting to see if this new commander is actually a leadership commander. Because if they are, and you need mixed troops, Eternal Night could be a really sweet blueprint. It's 5% cavalry, infantry, and archers, so 15% total stats. Very, very good. And Shio's Return is also very good. I already have this pattern, but it's so good. What if they don't bring it back in the next season of KVK? I would be pretty bummed to have not gotten 2 of them. At the same time, I'd really love to get these material crates. I already picked up 11 of the blue material crates. So we'll see what we're going to do here. I don't know yet. To be determined if we go for that or not. I don't know. We're marching our way back to the keep here. And, I'll say this. Funny thing about kingdom versus kingdom is that Skolas's lucky coin is good, but if what you really wanted was equipment, all those barbarian keeps in your old kingdom are looking real juicy right now. They're looking real juicy. 754 million power is a god in a garrison. Maybe in defending their own city. And this is the thing, okay? Let me tell you what a high power player needs to do, okay? What your 250 million power plus players should consider doing. And maybe it's just 300 million. I don't know what the threshold is, but the really high power players, okay? What they should consider doing is saying, hey, this garrison, I got this one. Y'all do other stuff. I'll defend this one, right? And they solo fill a flag, right? Or a few people join them, right? But maybe 2 of them get together and they're like, I'll solo fill this flag. Y'all just kill stuff. Because the relief that provides to the rest of your kingdom is really good. And it's using their troops in a way that generates a lot of kills. It's very intimidating to the opposing side when a whale sits down and is like, let me show you this is our flag. Go somewhere else, right? Like, it's very, very intimidating to battle a player that doesn't care as much. I mean, they care about their troops dying. No one wants all their troops to die. Everybody wants to get big in power, but that is the kind of power play on the battlefield that a player of that size can do that's very disproportionate and effective. The other thing that a player of that size can and should consider doing is what I called paratrooping. If you watched my live stream videos, not live stream, if you watch my recorded footage of the battle in the Kingsland, I mentioned, like, you know, paratroopers are away. And that was when we took the pass right here. People would random teleport into the zone and do stuff from within the zone. And a really high power player is a phenomenal paratrooper because they're borderline unrallyable, or the punish is so large to the enemy that, like, they suffer so much it's not worth it, or it's such a big distraction from what the enemy needs to be doing that it's just phenomenal for you. I kind of wanted to be a paratrooper this KVK, but I thought it would be far more important and team oriented for me to be on the front that are I don't know, where we were helping kind of prop up the kingdom that was struggling in our allegiance. I thought it was more important for me to show that kingdom how serious I was about their participation in that front of the battle than to, like, you know, paratroop around and do whatever I felt like, which would have been way more entertaining and would have been really fun. He does have 32 million dead. Well, 32 million dead is pretty good. 32 million dead is pretty good. 48 hours from our first KVK. Pre-KVK is almost over. Wow. Hey, by the way, I love how this channel has philosophical conversations. Amazing. If you're enjoying this video, the stuff we talk about, consider subscribing for daily Rise of Kingdoms videos. We are a sponsored creator. We make videos every day. Your support means a lot. Dropping a like on the video helps out a ton. Subscribing gets you the latest and greatest as soon as it goes live. And we have a ton of sweet content that is on its way really soon. How much do I know about the new commanders? I know nothing. I hear rumors. I hear whispers. But, like, I know nothing. I've heard it will be a cavalry commander. I've heard it will be a leadership commander. Who knows? Who knows? I am waiting to make gear until I know exactly what we're working with, okay? And I'm also waiting to find out what that commander is before I invest more of my universals in a commander like Artemisia or Ramses. I mean, we're up to 1,333 universals again. It's crazy. It's crazy. We were at 1,500 before we expertised Guan. We did that live in a video. I feel pretty good about my Guan configuration here. I feel pretty good about this. New commanders are a myth. Maybe they are a myth. Chadwick, French, rocking those hype emojis, saying subscribe. I appreciate it. Ruben says, thanks for the clarification on victory charge. The way I was thinking it worked when swarming did the job, and it made loads more damage while rallying. Awesome. I think, wait, victory charge. What are you talking about? Is it this talent? No, it's rallying cry. Oh, victory charge. I remember this. Okay, so one day we had a conversation about the attack tree, and victory charge is really interesting. So if you think your rally is going to get swarmed and people are going to be ridiculous enough, I think ridiculous enough to stay until their army is completely defeated, then victory charge could be okay powering up your rally. I just generally don't think it's very good. Guan is bae, says Spartan. Do you play with Leonidas? I find him underwhelming. Leonidas is really good in Canyon, and that's his best mode. If Leonidas's middle skill, third skill, this one, was, I don't know, like less of a shield, but happened sooner, it would be way more compelling as a commander, because you know what I don't want to do is fight on the field with an army that's 50% strength. Why would I do that? I'm going home. I'm refreshing my march. I'm bringing it new. Same is true here. Like, my march is never going to get to 10% except in Canyon, where the march is going to fight until it dies. So, like, look, a lot of his skills are just not really very optimal. So, that's the problem. That's the problem. That is the problem. Is 1189 a good kingdom to migrate to? I think 1189 would be a fantastic kingdom to migrate to. Their leadership is extremely competent, extremely passionate. They have a true warrior fighting spirit. I've enjoyed all of my interactions. They're extremely responsive. There's a reason that, like, we were enemies in the last KVK and we were allies this KVK. Definitely 10 out of 10. 1189. Possibly the best kept secret in all of Rise of Kingdoms. Now it's not very secret. I don't know if Constantine is good to expertise. Constantine's very good. Constantine is very, very good. You can expertise them and feel great about that choice. I honestly would expertise my Constantine. If I go to Canyon, right, like my defense, here it is. Like, I've got a Constantine that's 5-5-1-1. I would love to be able to expertise her, or him, rather. And sure, I'll just quit that. My Constantine, if I pull this up, Constantine is the commander that I am now obtaining from Card King. Okay, so this is the commander that I personally am going for. Very good points on Leonidas. I think I'll wait to unlock during Card King. I mean, I think it's good to have all the commanders, but there's a reason that Leonidas is one of the only commanders I have at 1000. Okay? Not that he's bad. He's very good in Canyon. Like, astonishingly good in Canyon. Good in the open field, but not great because of, like, these skills you're just not going to get much utility from. But there's a lot of commanders I would invest in first. For me personally, if someone was holding a gun to my head today and they were like, hey, Chisgule, spend all your universals, where would they go? I would probably expertise Constantine and Artemisia. And even after those, I could probably do another commander. I don't think I have enough for Wu Zetian as well. But I might do Wu Zetian if I had those three. And then the wall for my city would probably be Artemisia and Wu Zetian. That would probably be the way to do that. It might be Artemisia Esong for my wall. I don't know. Wu Zetian is an interesting one. I'm torn on that. I could do Ramses for rallying, but yeah. I don't know. I've heard Tamaris and... I've heard Tamaris will be interesting. Like, the skill damage boost is really good. This is always going to be good. I don't know. Leo is my father, and I had to max him, says Spartan. Yeah. Look at Edward's expertise. Is it normal? I think his expertise is broken. I don't think this is what it actually is. I could be wrong. I don't think this is what it actually does. Normal and counterattack damage by 2% for 50 seconds after using a skill. I mean, the name All or Nothing is accurate, and the answer is just nothing. The expertise skill, they should just rename the expertise skill to be nothing. If this is what it actually does. Look at that. We're in the comedy club, baby. Hey, Chisgule's got jokes. Rename that expertise skill nothing. Okay, but jokes aside, I'm almost tempted. I'm almost tempted to reach out right now and be like, is that right? That can't be right. That can't be right. You must. The name's wrong. The problem is the name's wrong. Is the all or is not supposed to be there, right? No, I think the expertise skill is better than that. I don't know definitively. We could use it. But it'd be a little involved to test that. Why do you keep your max Takeda at level 40? Because I have no use for a mobility commander at level 60. I'm not trying to hop from resource node to resource node and be sneaky. I want to walk right up to you and brawl. You know what I mean? I'm not being sneaky. And I already have Cao Cao with the, cavalry peacekeeping mobility tree. If I want to do that, I'll use my Cao Cao primary. Double C. Double C is the play, right? Cool. Folks are saying it was a typo. It was tested and it was wrong. That's great. Good to know. Good to know. So maybe the name of the skill should be all or nothing. I think it's 50% for 2 seconds. That sounds right. I find myself up against using infantry, and I decided to go against the cavalry route. Infantry are very good. Infantry are very, very, very good right now in Rise of Kingdoms. Highly recommend you use them. Especially in the open field, especially in Canyon. It's very good. Chisgule, when's a good time to use T5s? I'm a low spender and don't have a lot of them. So, you probably just use them in Ark of Osiris. Save them up, accumulate them for your Ark team. T5, in my opinion, are really great to send to die and really great to train up for a lot of points in events. But otherwise, the repair cost for T5, it's just astonishing. And that repair cost is astonishing even though I have VIP 17 and I've got the healing resource consumption. The 10% is not enough. The T5 are just way too expensive to heal. So I only use T5 at the ruins and altars, and I use T4 for all my other field fighting needs. Can you do tips for the organization of the kingdom and other stuff to help a new kingdom during KVK? So I have, on many occasions, created videos where I talk about how I think a kingdom should be run. Check out my videos about migrating kingdoms with me. They're old, but I think it covers like how we run a kingdom. And a part of it was a shameless plug for joining our own kingdom. A part of it was saying like, hey, here's how we run things. Can you show Esong talents? I most certainly can. We showed them earlier, but you might have missed that. No worries, here they are. And you know what else you might have missed me say earlier is to consider dropping a like on the video and subscribing for daily Rise of Kingdoms videos. I appreciate it. Thank you for your subscription. I hope that I've earned it, and it means a lot to me. Is Alex's 4th skill active? No. Alex's 4th skill is not... Whoa, sorry, I should have finished reading the question. Is it active since the beginning of the battle, or is it just doing the turn after his shield? So, Alexander the Great's 4th skill should be active all the time. And then when the shield is up, the 40% attack goes away and it becomes 30% defense. So it's a very good skill. And it doesn't require a troop type, which is why Alexander the Great and Ethelfled is actually a thing. You lose out on 30% infantry attack if you use a mixed army, but like Alex as a secondary to Ethel is pretty legit. A lot of shields. I plan on expertising Alex and Esong. Who should I focus on after that? Constantine? Yeah, do Constantine. Constantine's great. People are expecting T6, but when they appear, we will have enough resources for maintaining it. I don't think T6 is a thing. I don't think T6 is a thing. Maybe they will, but I don't think so. That feels unlikely. Show my Attila rally build, please. Sure. Our Attila's boots are made for shredding, and that's just what they'll do. This build, I mean, do I finish this and say it'll walk right over you? I don't know. You see the idea here, right? Like, this build tries to minimize the number of points put into march speed. It maximizes damage. It maximizes punish. It says, you know what? I don't need to reduce the skill damage I take, because your garrison is probably not doing skill damage anyways. I don't care. I don't want to waste points on march speed here. I don't want to waste points on march speed here. I don't want to waste points on march speed here. I don't want to waste points on march speed here. I don't think I need to reduce your attack by, 20%. I don't think I need that. I am just here to shred. And every single point I have is increasing my damage. I got 6% damage dealt. I take more damage. Don't care. I'm doing more damage than you anyways, probably. I got way more normal attack damage boost going on here. I got some extra counterattack. I'm shredding garrisons. I am shredding garrisons. 3% damage taken reduction, and 3% damage dealt. I got some Rage Gen. Boost my normal attack damage. I think this build is really good. Maybe you do better. Maybe you could do better, but I think it's very good. I think it's very, very good. What should I pair my Alex with for the open field? So, Alex in the open field, I think, is really good with a Richard. But you're going to be a little slow, so you got to play it smart. You also, here's my Alex build. Made to move around the battlefield really quickly. I like this build a lot. I actually would make some changes, given that I'm pairing Alex and Richard together, which I didn't know I was going to do at the time that I made this build. But I would shred here the 1 point over here and the 3 points over here to give myself martial mastery, since I don't actually do active skill damage. So if I was to take Alex and Richard for a spin right now in a meaningful way, I would respec this. Yeah. You would use an Alex Richard if you're looking for a lot of sustain on the battlefield. A lot of sustain. So Ancient Ruins is a pretty good place where, actually, you need some sustain if you're staying in the box getting points. But the way that I use Alex primarily is with Guan Alex secondary. And this is a build I probably should have redone for the open field. I probably should have got rid of this. And these points over here, in order to get the march speed over here, the march speed reduction, go all the way over here. I should have shredded these points as well to be able to do that. Okay, so let me make the build. Let me just make the build. What do I got here? This is almost it. I would probably drop the 3 points over here, or maybe 1 point here and 2 points here. No, I know what I would do. I would take 2 points here, this one, and I would take one of these points. Yeah, I think one of the points over there of the health. I think one of the points off health, and I put the points in a march speed. That way I have a good bit more mobility, travel around really well. That's probably how I do that. I think the march speed is pretty important. And I think the additional skill damage is really good if you're using Guan and Alex, because this is additional skill damage, right? This is additional skill damage. And also on your Alex, this says it's additional direct damage. So I think that works really nicely. Yeah, Alex is the primary in what I was just describing. Hey, Chisgule, will players leave K75? I was hoping to come there. I'm sure a few will leave K75. I would not say this KVK was a loss. I would say that we didn't win, but we didn't lose either. We got the maximum rewards possible, except ultimate victory and taking the Zig. So, that's pretty good. There's a lot of kingdoms that were completely shoved out of the zone entirely, out of the map entirely in KVK. That you might label more like a loss than I think our situation here. So, a few people will assuredly migrate out. That is normal. And we got a lot of people that want to migrate in, which I feel very good about. And very candidly, I will say right now that at the end of every KVK, we take the bottom 20 or so performers within our main alliance, and we ask them to either join some other alliance in the kingdom, or if they choose, to migrate out. And that is because as a kingdom, we simply cannot afford to have people who get an unbelievable amount of speed ups being in the Wolf Alliance, where we have all these big spenders, and then not using them to fight for the kingdom. I'm sorry, but please find another place in Kingdom 75, or leave. And that just is the way that we operate. It will continue to be the way that we operate for, I imagine, some time, quite frankly. Ghosted, you're very welcome. Do I know BS70 Kutchel? I do not. Okay, yes. Please minimize chat spam. Much appreciated. Constantine or Wu expertise, who's better? Constantine in general. I think it seems like Constantine these days is kind of the winning as the commander of choice. Martel Constantine against Attila Takeda, so good. So good. I do think that Wu Zetian's very good too, but it seems like Constantine is just better as an all-around investment because you can use Constantine in the open field. You can use Constantine in Canyon. It's very good in those places. You're not going to use a Wu Zetian in Canyon or the open field, you know? So, there you go. There you go. Baz, good to see you in the chat. Chis, our arc is tomorrow. I'm thinking of doing Richard and Joan, Olgi and Ethel, Bybar's Belly. Last is Herman and Osmond. I think that's good pairings. I think those are good pairings. I love Gold Chest, Hammer Bundle number 1. Yeah, Spartan, you know, he farms his resources every day. Max purchasing the Hammer and Anvil. Lol. I haven't decided if I'm going to buy Mighty Conqueror. Should I buy this? I'm probably going to buy this before the end of KVK, right? I'd probably buy that. But there's also a Call of the Ancients bundle right now. And this is very tempting to max purchase. I'll probably purchase that. KVK Season 2, Alex Esong, good rally. Yeah, it's a good rally. Alex Esong is a good rally. This is definitely a good rally. You get some value from that. I don't know. I mean, like, the 120 hours of healing speed-ups is... I mean, I'd rather they were universals, you know? I mean, if we just look at my speed-ups... like, I got a fair amount of healing speed-ups over here still. Spartan says, do it. Should we just do it? Always max buy. Easy peasy. Oh my gosh. Should we do it? Probably. I think Spartan's right. Let's get the spend blocker up. We got to do some spending. Where you at, spend blocker? Where you at? This? Hey, there it is. Also, I guess we could get rid of the epic count. Boom. Okay, epic count's gone. Let's purchase this bundle. Mighty Conqueror, Ends of the Earth. Here we go. Boom. Make a purchase. All right. First purchase is in. You'll see my gems go up. There it is. Boom. All right. Do it one more time. $100. This is normal. $300 in a mobile game. Like that. Blink of an eye. Yeah, sure. Yeah. This is a great idea. All right. Purchase successful. And last but not least, I think we could do this one more time. We'll fire this off. Boom. Mighty Conqueror. Ends the Earth. Here it is. I mean, I think the reality is that I do a fair amount of field fighting. I should do more field fighting than I have been doing. So I think the healing speed-ups are fine. And now that bundle has been purchased. The max number of times. Alright, so we'll knock out that big old logo in the front. Bada boom. Max purchase is in, baby. Max purchase is in. Hashtag Visa. Chisgule, thank you for the 41 hours of speed ups. Nice, dude. Glad you got something good out of that. What did we get? Let's see here. Mighty Conqueror. 2,000 VIP. We don't really need VIP. 10 hours of speed ups is good. And, what even is that? 5,000 Alliance credits. Well, that's kind of worthless. Buddha bought Call of the Ancients. Oh, nice. Thank you. Somebody else bought it. 10 hours of speed ups. 5 gold keys. And you can see that was just like very recent. And a huge amount of speed ups there. Huge amount of speed ups here. Which is why people can't stay in the Alliance if they're not going to be a contributor. See what I mean? You can't get all those speed ups and not contribute in Kingdom versus Kingdom. I'm sorry, but farewell. Chisgule, I'm a medium spender. I'm about to hit T5. Should I focus on Attila Takeda? No, yeah, no, do the... Well, I guess just wait for the new cavalry commanders, if they are cavalry. We just see what they are. Okay, wait to see what the new commanders are. But yes, Attila Takeda has, as it turns out, had a lot more longevity than I expected. So they're still good. I don't like freeloaders. Yeah, no, we don't tolerate freeloaders. We don't tolerate freeloaders. You know, the reality is that A players attract A players, B players attract C players, and C players make the A players want to migrate. So it's very important that we prune the potential B and C contributors out of the alliance so that we have all A contributors, you know? It's just the reality of how we feel we need to make sure that we run a really solid alliance and kingdom here, you know? We got to prune. We got to prune. We're going to move these out of the way. Look at this little, what is this? That's the keep? That's actually kind of a cool graphic. That's actually a pretty cool graphic, not going to lie. Kind of like that. Yo, Chis, how come you have 120 million power, but in the videos you have 140 million power? Because I sent my troops to die. I had 3 million T5 die in this kingdom versus kingdom. Here are my stats, baby. We sent them to die. Rest in peace, troops. You've served me well. You've served me well. I think the new commander will be leadership because on the official Rock Facebook page, it said something like that. What? Where did it say that? What's my favorite song? I don't know what my favorite song is these days. I know that question was kind of asked earlier. I'd have to think about it. You gonna drop Imperium by filling hospitals? No, I don't think so. I don't think we're gonna do that hospital filling shenanigans. I don't think that's happening. It is very unlikely our kingdom will ever drop out of Imperium ever again because we train such ridiculous amounts of troops in training events. It is highly unlikely we will drop out of Imperium again. What's my troop count? Here's the troop count. We are rebuilding our T5 cavalry slowly while we wait for an event that'll let us do that a little more quickly. Should I use Richard and Martel or Sunsoo and Kusunoki for Garrison? Free to play. Free to play Garrison. If you're... I would not use Richard unless your Richard is maybe expertise. The healing effect is not amazing for defending your city. It's really not amazing. I like Martel Sunsoo. I like that pair a lot. If you're Martel's expertise, especially Martel Sunsoo. If it's 5-5-1-1, you could use the Martel. Otherwise, Sunsoo Kusunoki is probably pretty good. Upload more World War Doe videos. Trust me, it will blow up this year. Well, we do have some more World War Doe content on its way. We enjoy working with the makers of World War Doe. If you haven't checked out World War Doe, check out one of my World War Doe videos for a link. You can join my clan, blah, 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 all the good stuff. We're going to be talking about that game soon in another video. My account is 240 days old. I'm 55 million power, low to medium spender. Would I be welcome in 75? The problem is we just can't bring people in. We're Imperium. So we can only bring one player a month, and that one player is going to be a monster. I mean, a monster. Like, probably 100 million power or so, with a stupid amount of dead troops and a stupid amount of kills. And, that's the kind of player we're hunting for. That's the challenge. So we can take under 25 million power, and we can take monsters. But we have to take monsters, unfortunately. Because we only get one, so they have to be really, really, really good. And committed to what we're doing here. Is Pelagius good as a secondary garrison commander with Sunsoo primary? It's fine. I think it's fine. Is Lilith really going to release new commanders? Yes. BT Secret. Is Charles Martel, 5511, good on the wall, with Esong, 5535, for Shadow Legion on Hell? Yeah, no, that's good. That's what I would use. Best cavalry commander pairings for Germany's knights. So it doesn't matter that the knight is there. The question is, what cavalry do you have? And if you're looking at the epic tier, I would say like Pelagius and Osman would be a really good pairing. Pelagius Belisarius would be good too. Pelagius Baibars would be good as well. All of those I think would be mighty fine pairings. And I would recommend all of them highly. I got 2 million dead this KVK, but I'm free to play. Would you be an A, a B, or you be an A? 2 million dead troops, as long as they're like T4 or T5, that is in my eyes an A tier contribution for sure. Slam dunk. 2 million dead troops is really very impressive. Do you think an Alex Caesar rally could be the new meta? No, I don't think so. Now that Attila is not usable? What do you mean Attila is not usable? Oh, are you saying like Attila can't be used in your KVK? No, I think Alex and Charles Martel full infantry rally, that's the jam, dude. Charles Martel, I think Alex is the primary, I think, for that operation. I think he's the primary. That is really strong. Because the shielding just prevents all your troops from dying, and like you've got all this counterattack. I remember that being very, very good. Alex Caesar rally for cities? I don't know about that. Belisarius talent tree build. So check out my video about maximum movement speed. But here's my Belisarius Barbarian battling build. Here you go. What's going on, Nico? Richard, I believe, is one of the worst city garrison commanders because he makes you kill your own troops faster when you get rallied. I believe Sunsoo Esong against SL Sun Esong? Who's SL? Anyways. Do you think Lilith... Yes, I think Lilith will bring out other civilizations, but not other races, which I think is your question there, like elves or dwarves from Lord of the Rings. I don't see that coming anytime soon, because the game is focused on, like, history, and speaking of history, have we done our quiz today? We did. Oh, all right. We did the quiz today. We have quizzed. We have done our quiz. Speaking of things we should go and do, allow me a moment to switch over to my restart project. We should open the gold keys and do a few things over here. Look at player X Angel X. She's a true monster. That's cool. Not sure how I'd find them. All right, so we'll fire up some resources. Yeah, sure, claim that. Do a little of this, a little of that. Sure, upgrade that. And we'll spend our resources to get some goodies over here in the merch. Always on the resource for goodies plan. Claim all this stuff. And gosh, we need to do some recruiting here. So we're going to open 33 gold keys. Chat, let me know how many commander sculptures, how many legendary commander sculptures do you think we're going to get out of that deal? 33 gold keys. What do you think we're going to get? Is it going to go well? Is it going to go not well? How many legendaries? Roll the dice. Oh, God. I mean, I could do Garden of Infinity. I think that would be a terrible investment for this account. But I think it would be reasonable to at least roll the gold die here. I could roll this free die. What do we get? A 2. We get a material crate. I'll take it. Do we do a silver die? I guess 325 gems is good value. Except that spot. Now that is wrecked. Well, that was just 325 gems wasted. Remind me not to do that again. 67, 25, 46, 22, 28, 12, 15, 11, 13. Wow, okay, so chat's all over the place. We got a -2. We got a -2 over here. I'm going to use... We got 2 more gold keys than we had when I said 33 gold keys. So I got to open 2 of these separately. I got to open 2 of those separately. Okay, now we do the max open, okay? We open all. Please play more on this account. Noted. Here we go. 33 gold keys. Ripping them open. Ooh, that looks pretty good. We have 10, 20. And let's see here. That's 7, 13, 15, 17, 37. Who guessed 37? Who guessed 37? What do we got here? We got 40. Neil said 40. That's pretty close. We got a 37. I think 40 is the closest. I think it's Neil is the closest there with 40. So if we get a look at our commanders now, can we do anything with that? Charles Martel is kind of exciting. Charles Martel is very exciting. 10 skills. I mean, we're getting there. We're getting there with Charles Martel. I really want to max this skill before I proceed. And, you know, he's in a pretty good spot here. I'll just show you what we could do. We could use these experience tomes. Take him to level 10. And we could put 2 more skills onto him. So we can get this next skill to 3, which is pretty good. This is pretty good. Fire that off. Hit develop. Boom. We even crit that, which is really nice. And we start applying skills. 1 and 2. So, you know, we could theoretically start to use it. He's honestly pretty good. I don't think we're quite there, though. I don't think we're quite there for putting him on the wall. I feel like what we have is quite good. But I am pretty eager to start using Sunsoo on the wall. Also, I should probably just do some barbing real quick. Before I forget, we need to build something in the city. Use some resource items. Okay, hold on. We'll build something in the city. How about a tree? Planting a tree seems like a good Samaritan thing to do, right? Do I even have room for a tree? I have so many trees that I don't even have room for a tree. Okay, there we go. Back row. Tree. Boom. Almost done with our daily quest here. We need to open 5 more silvers, which we can definitely do. Angel has 700 million kills, but 627 million of them are T1. Well, that's not amazing. I need at least 5511 to use Martel. You know, the thing about Martel, unlike Richard, is that the second skill is all about infantry. So, like, you know, it's a little less exciting. We can rip all this open. Just rip this VIP while we're here. Rip it up. Boom, boom, boom. We'll rip 5 of these. Okay, that was a little more than 5. Whatever. Great. And boom, we get our daily quest done. And with our daily quest done, yes, this is my restart product. We got another gold key. I'm just starting rock. Well, Will Simpkins, you would enjoy the playlist I have linked in the description. It's my ultimate Rise of Kingdoms playlist. It is far and away my most popular videos that I have ever made. You're going to want to check those out. They help you out in the early game in Rise of Kingdoms. 10 out of 10 would recommend. I am biased. They are my videos, but they are my better videos oriented towards new players, which seems like exactly what you're asking for. So we'll get these troops out onto the field, and we'll do a little barbing here. We'll do a smidge o barbing. And I am a little surprised, not going to lie. We actually will probably be online doing stuff for that barb keep that I thought we would be offline for. We're up to 32 million power, and we've done that barely playing this account in 232 days, which I feel pretty good about, given the very low amount we've been playing this account. We could jam a little in Canyon. I don't know. What's this player? We could beat this, right? We could beat this. Sure. Let's beat this. Oh, no, this is awkward. The Charles Martel is really well placed. The way they did that's really good. How do I beat this? How do I beat this? This looks about right. This looks about right. What would I change? Maybe this is the only swap? Just like that? I think that's the only swap I would do. Let's see how this goes. I think I can beat this, but I don't know. Is it possible to migrate kingdoms where Richard is on the wheel? I don't think you can. I think you're just going to have to get that from Card King. I think your only way for Richard at that point is going to be Card King. Is a 5-5-1-5 Esong good? Yes, definitely. 5-5-1-5 Esong is definitely good. This is not going great. I don't know if we can win this. We really could stand to have an expertise Minamoto. Yeah, I thought we would win, but now I don't think we'll win. I had thought this was winnable, but I think we will lose. Yeah. Our Ethel's doing pretty good. The Mehmet is doing pretty good. But, yeah, we lost that. All right. Well, that was a little surprising. But you win some, you lose some. All right, we'll keep battling here. Consider it on the next guide. Artemisia Tamaris Rex Attila Takeda. The extra damage to Cav from Tamaris is so busted good when defending a flag. Artemisia Wuzetian is good, but Artie Tommy is better. Interesting. Very interesting. I find that somewhat surprising because there are even fewer skills on Tamaris that are relevant. So if we just get a look at Tamaris, who I'm pretty sure will be down here. There she is. First skill is relevant. You're going to do a lot of damage factor, so that's good. Second skill is not even relevant. Third skill, you get 30% attack and a defense reduction of 30% is pretty good. Okay, that skill's good. And this just accumulates the poison. This last skill is pretty interesting. Increase normal attack and counterattack damage by 10%. That's actually very good. When attacked, reduces the attack of cavalry by 10%. That's okay. I don't know. I need to see some reports. Did I see the Hong Kong Action Point bundle? Yes, I did. Someone that has 50 million power and is going to wipe you out. Interesting. You guys play Clash of Clans? I do not. I hope they add Mongol as a new civilization. That'd be interesting. Artemisia Kusunoki is good against Attila Takeda too? Stop it. You'd use an epic? Just to get rid of the debuff? I don't know. That's bold. Fact, Rock is better than Lords Mobile. Dude, Rock is amazing. I mean, like, I'm biased. I'm a sponsored creator. I get it. But I wouldn't play if I didn't think it was a fantastic game. And I really do think it's a pretty fantastic game. Not going to lie. I'm obviously pretty obsessed with this. Spartan wants the Action Point bundle. Don't we all? You know what I want is some stone. I really need stone. That's like the resource I have the least of on this account is definitely stone. Not even close. 837 is your kingdom. Wow. Crazy. What would a new interesting civilization be? I know a lot of people take a lot of interest in, like, I don't know, like kind of guessing what a new civilization might be. And, yeah, from my perspective, I don't care what they call it as long as the buffs are interesting. Like that's good enough for me and I'll get hyped. So I'll be curious to see what cool buffs they put onto whatever civilizations come into the game. I'm just farming these off territory because the reality is I'm not going to look very closely at the game to monitor it for that account specifically. So we'll head back over to our main. I blew 650k AP this KVK. That's crazy, Spartan. How much do you have left? How much AP do you have left? Greece is what Spartan wants. Interesting. We zip over here real quick. How are we doing on time? 13 minutes. We got 13 minutes. Just a smidge of time here. There's the chest we purchased. If we go this way, we'll send out our gatherers, get some gold real quick. Iceland? People want Iceland? Forget Greece? Huh. All right. We need Egypt. A Viking civilization. A lot of choices there. All right. Ooh, we can spend some resources for goodies over here. Definitely something I want to do. Boom. This is now my farm account that we're on. We're now on my farm. I can use one of these boosts. Boom. Food boost. Definitely a good choice. Claim that. Making top 10. Easy peasy. Very nice, Spartan. Very nice. 100,000 left. Okay. Duly noted. And we'll get a group here to go battle some barbs. So this is a routine I do with my farm pretty regularly. Yes, my farm is almost 33 million power. That sounds a little crazy. It is a little crazy. I had thought I would use my farm to send troops to die this KVK. I ended up not doing that. What do you think is good for pairing Max Minamoto? Expertise Pelagius or Tsao? I think they're about even. The 5-2-2-1 Tsao is about even with the Pelagius. Persian Empire? Indian Empire? Interesting. Someone says they have one Civ change token. Use it wisely. Use it wisely. I love the Civ change tokens. I love the Civ change tokens. I love that you can get them with your alliance currency. I had so much of that saved up. Oh my gosh, I had so much saved up. I can get all these gold chests, and I actually need to take my mini out of the main alliance. Right now it's in Wolf. I just gemmed the kingdom buff, so I did our troop training buff. I do that with, this restart, or I guess my farm account, where, I'll run a 30-day gem supply if I need to get the gems in a sort of cheap and efficient way. All right, we claimed all the goodies. We'll make the tech donations. Boom. And now we're not the leader. We'll quit. Alliance join. We'll join NL. Apply. Cool. The civs that are going to be added will be the ones where you select the symbol next to a commander and it says other. Egypt will be one of them, 100%. Well, that'd be interesting. Egyptian civilization will be interesting. What's the difference between upgrading T4 or training them new? You get the point difference between whatever unit you're training. Sorry, whatever unit you're upgrading and the T4 unit. You'll get that difference in power. That is important because upgrading from a lower tier of troop to a higher tier of troop often is the most speed up, efficient way of gaining a lot of points for training a Mighty Governor. That's why that is noteworthy. All right, we're cruising right along, killing these barbs. We've got just a little bit of time left before we need to switch back over. And we'll do that and then kill this keep, which I feel pretty good about. Mark's woman and Ethel fled on the wall. Stop it. Stop it. What do you think of new commanders and when they will arrive? I would have expected them to be here by now. We're days before the next Mighty Governor, and it looks like we've got another Artemisia. The 6th one. Does that mean the next Wheel of Fortune is going to be Ramses as well? Another Ramses wheel? Makes me really glad I didn't max out my Ramses, but there's going to be a lot of people who are going to be disappointed that we don't have a new commander. Yeah, that's for sure. There's going to be a lot of people disappointed. Have you seen the Cleo Sundok farm trap results for Stubble C? I have not seen that. Are they compelling? How are they? Sounds kind of cool. Sounds kind of cool. I mean, I don't know how much value you're really adding by doing that. It sounds cool, but how important is it really? I don't know. We're going to go build some trees. And we're going to go probably lose a canyon match real quick to get that quest done. Sure, we'll battle this person. I don't even know what I'm doing. This is probably fine. We're probably going to lose. Spartan says me again. Hello, Spartan again. Oh, yeah, Spartan. Poor Spartan. Maxing out the commanders before the wheels finish. All right, and then we'll go in and pop some of these gems to do one quest. We'll go in over here, pop some experience tomes to do another quest. And that should max out our quests over here. Boom. Now we send out our gatherers. We're cooking with gas, baby. We're doing this thing. We'll go, yeah, these level 8 gold nodes are the dream. Living the dream. All right, level 8's done. Level 7. Looks like somebody started these nodes but didn't finish them, which is a little suspect, but whatever. Level 7 node, I'll take it. And one last level 7 node. Boom. So, we get a little under 2 million gold every time we send out the gatherers from our farm, which is pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Netherlands will be a fun civilization and use their ships as siege units. Oh, gosh. No ships. No ships to Rise of Kingdoms. That would be complicated. That would definitely be complicated. Let's get some boost going. Food, wood, stone. Claim these goodies. And now we can follow these units. Here we are. We're hoping we get the special boss. We still have 7 minutes to go. Like it's nothing. Like it's nothing. We made it back. Right in time. It says Garden of Infinity is new. That's definitely not the case. Mighty of War. Mighty Army. All right, cool. How are we doing in this? 31st. Yeah, not so great. Not so great. Not surprised. People need to train a lot of troops back. So it's really not surprising. And it's not that much training, honestly. It's not that much training. 30th will get us. I mean, if we stay there, we'll get 2 sculptures. That's not so bad. Out of the deal, we also got all this other stuff, too. Aslan. Hey, just big fan from the Philippines. It's 5 a.m. here and I can't sleep because of the stream. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you for watching the stream. Thank you so much for your support all the way from the Philippines. Much appreciated. Wow. HS Morning from Australia. Gareth Rowlands. Thank you for being here. Member of the channel. Whew. Summer is almost here. That's true. That's true. HS, what do you think is better? 5511 Richard or 5511 Alexander the Great? I would say the Alexander the Great is the better commander to have. Although 5511 Richard is really good. Ramses and Alex the Great, if you're thinking the same civ, I would probably not pair Ramses and Alexander the Great. That is a unexpected pairing, to say the least. Is that good? I don't know that it is. I don't know that it is. If we go back to my items over here, what's left to consume? What is left to consume? We have this unexpected bounty, but I think that's going to be really not a compelling thing. We also have 2,701 of these Treasures of the Warrior Queen. I feel like that's the number I've had for a really long time. But that can't be right. You can't max out on the number of these you can have, right? I think I'm just accumulating them. That's gotta be it. That's gotta be it. Someone says that their dad has the virus. Well, let me tell you. Tell your father how much you love them. 'Cause you just never know. You just never know. Tell them how important they were to your life. Tell them what an impact they had. Tell them how much you love them. Tell them how much you love them. Yeah, you just really don't know. You just really don't know how long your loved ones are going to be with you. So if you haven't, like really in a heartfelt way, like look to the people you love in the eye and tell them how important they are and how much they've influenced your life and made it better. Today is the day to do that. Not tomorrow. You just never know. Apparently, if you open 101 of the Ethel chests at a time, there's a high chance of a gold sculpture. That's a myth. That's a myth. I don't think it works that way. What do you think if I pair 511 El Cid with 5551 Herman as a secondary? So I think you really want the Herman to be the primary. And Herman Cid is a good combo, but you want a 3-second silence. here's how that works. Turn 1, Herman casts his silence. Turn 2, the target is silenced. Turn 3, the target is still silenced, and El Cid does his disarm. Turn 4, El Cid's disarm is still applied. That's 3 seconds of being unable to do stuff rather than 1 and then a gap and then 2. And that's important because if you catch them in that long window of silence with their rage full, they're just losing rage generation. It's very powerful. I only have Cleopatra and El Cid. Well, those are good commanders. Those are good commanders. All right, so here we go. This is almost here. 3 minutes remaining. 3 minutes remaining. Here's what I'm going to do. I got to go use the restroom real quick. Who knew I'd be standing here for so long? I'm going to say bio, BRB. We're going to make it back right in time to see the keep unfold. We'll do this thing. I'm going to be right back. Be back in just a moment. And we're back. We're back for the action with 47 seconds remaining. Dude, we're sort of losing our voice here, which is awkward. I got a cough drop. We're going to pop that real quick. Boom. We'll see what kind of loot we get. We'll see how this goes. I feel good. I feel good about this. I feel like my odds are good. That we get another special boss and we get more loot. That's what I'm here for. We are not going to get loot from the regular boss. We really just need a special boss. Yeah, see? Bargo's not going to give us loot. All right. Please don't spam the chat. Holy jeez. Holy jeez. All right. My best advice for new players is in my ultimate new player guide. Links in the description. Ooh, is that Spartan? Is that Spartan? Cool. Remember Spartan was in chat? Well, now he's right here. Boom. Last Spartan. All right, let's do this thing. Here we go. Don't mind me working on this cough drop. My voice is almost gone. It's crazy. When is the next civilization going to be coming out? I don't know. Maybe within the next 3 months? I hope in the next 3 months we get a new civilization. That'd be nice. All right. We're killing these sentinels. Looks like the other folks are going to take down the tower. So we'll knock these out. And I really hope we get the rare boss. Spartan with the emojis. Lol. Is a 5-5-1-1 Esong good? Yeah, It's good. But I really like you to get the expertise on that. And the reason is that, like, yeah, AoE damage is, like, it's cool, it's good. But that expertise is just, like, next level. It's so good. Spartan is still listening? Indeed. Indeed. We need an African civilization? It sounds cool. Like I said, I don't really care what the names are or what, countries are represented, as long as it's diverse. I'm good with it. I'm good with it. I'm way more interested in whatever the bonuses are. That, to me, is really interesting. What will the bonuses be? I think we only have 3 infantry civilizations. So I think we're overdue for another infantry civilization. I could be wrong on that. I expect we'll get one. I expect it'll be an infantry civilization. Oh man, is I fat finger there. Alright, cool. Surrounded 10x. That's not what you want to see if you're in KVK. Holy jeez. I am in SIP in 1507. Can you address the cluster that was the Lost Kingdom? Honestly, I have no clue. I have no clue what just happened. It was crazy. Hard to say. Hard to say. Let's go help here. Let's go do this. Wilfred Dufresne, thank you for the $5 super chat. What is a safe number of troops to have if you're not pushing T5? That's a tough one. There's not exactly a safe number of troops per se. Any amount over your hospital capacity, you can get zeroed, right? So there's some defensive things you can do, like loading your troops into a flag every night that can't be hit by the enemy because no one's nearby, or doing a holy site that nobody can hit. That's a valid strategy. But I mean, there's not a lot you can do. And I really like having a lot of troops. I think it's very valuable. I think it's a great use of speed ups and resources to have a lot of troops. So the real question becomes, how do you protect the troops that you have? And I'll say this. I think that assessing whether or not your kingdom is in a state of relative peace is really important. I'll tell you right now, my restart project is in a kingdom that is totally bogus. And it's just crazy. Who knows what's going to happen day to day. Now they're at peace. Last week there was another civil war. I have no clue. So it's a lot safer to go spend a bunch of money training up troops if you know your kingdom is a safe place to be. If that helps answer your question. There's not exactly a safe number other than I don't know if you have less than your hospital capacity, but once your account is 100 days old, that goes out the window. That's not really possible. You can set a good garrison too to deter people from attacking you. But if you get rallied, man, I mean, the rally is going to do work to you. And that's the problem. Is there a most efficient way to level up commanders? My recommendation to you for leveling up commanders is going to be to battle Holy Site Guardians. Costs you no AP and gives a boatload of experience. Just a boatload. Wilfred has 500,000 of each type and 300,000 siege. That's a very good amount of troops. That is a very good amount of troops. And I think you want to continue to grow that. I would just be really careful depending on how stable your kingdom is. Can I target that? Okay, it's already dead. How are we doing here? We're close. We're 125. We're not quite close enough. And most of this stuff's dead. But we don't want to be too close. Oh, God, Spartan. If you kill this stuff, man, I don't know if you're going to get back in time. You got to send a march or two back here. Because, like, we're 15 points away. Here's another 6 points. I don't know. I don't know. Need lots of troops to send into KVK to die? Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. Chisgule, how excited you with KOA back? I think it's pretty exciting. We enjoy playing with KOA. So we'll see how that evolves. Oh, man, Spartan. So bold. So bold. I'll join you. But leave behind 2 marches. I'll leave behind 2 marches. So which 3 am I sending? Not Attila, Takeda, not Guan. All right. Not Attila, Takeda, not Guan. Not Attila, Takeda, not Guan. Those 3 marches. They'll go help. I have 200,000 infantry and 300,000 archers left. Yikes. Yikes. Sounds like you did some serious fighting. Jason Gardiner, thank you for the £2 donation. New epics with new civilizations? I sure hope so. I sure hope that we get some new civilizations, we get some new epics. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I hope it happens sooner than later. All right, we're going to battle these. Boom. How's this doing? This is real close. This is real close. And boom. And this is about to tip over. It's real close. And we'll march these other guys back. Boom. All right. We'll get everybody over here. Probably not going to make it in time, but do the best they can. And, if there's a special boss, all we're really trying to do is hit it enough to get credit. We need to do 1% of total damage to get the special rewards. So look at all the AFK waiting at the boss. I love these people, says Spartan. Yeah, I know. I know. But we sent our marches, man. We sent 3 marches over. We did some stuff. Wilfred rocking the hype emojis. That's right. Rocking that hype. They're still killing this guy. I mean, the higher tier sentinels are really difficult. Like, they're actually very tough to kill. And I can't believe... Oh, there it is. There's the boss. So we can't get rewards on the boss again. I mean, we can hit it to contribute. But, like, we can't actually get rewards here for Bloodfist Barga. But whatever, we'll hit it. We'll hit these guys to contribute a little something here. We'll make a little contribuzione. 29 more days, and I'm officially an orange badge holder. Nice. Congratulations on the yellow badge and your upcoming orange badge. Members of the channel get a badge showing how long they've been a member. The color changes over time. It heats up, baby. From green to red. I don't know how green is heating up exactly. You know what I'm saying, though. You know what I'm saying. Thank you, Mihai, for the $4 super chat. Or new tactic combats. I think we'll get new commanders in the next couple weeks. Maybe as early as this week, but we'll see. We'll also see what loot drops right now. I don't know. What do we got here? One of those? I don't even know what I'm picking up. What am I getting? A Delan's? I mean, I don't need any of this. I'll just let somebody else get it. I don't need this. Spartan, I hope you picked it up, man. I hope you picked it up. We'll battle these guys. We'll send our troops home. And at least we helped out over here. Legion of Darkness will be hard. I got the longest running streak. Is that a achievement, Spartan? Is that an achievement? Or are you talking the longest running streak of, like, not getting loot or something? Because that would kind of suck. My current civilization is Arabia. It's a good one. I use Arabia too. Hopefully this time we get to use those epic universal sculptures. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. I got a lot of epic universals that I'm going to use on whatever new epic comes out. If they allow it. I don't know that they will. For now, though, my friends, we're going to head out. Thanks for being here and enjoying our playing Rise of Kingdoms together. If you did enjoy hanging out today, drop a like on the video. It supports the channel and it means a heck of a lot to me. And until next time, you have fun smashing the kingdom.